One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross-Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will have the football first. Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Harris. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
From the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He might want another play. 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the... What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilkins. And they're able to get him down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Wilkins. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that match.
Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Foster. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Offense in a bunch formation. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads. the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
We're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And the Ducks have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making it work.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Immediately fires to the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? Of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got a little space. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Knight. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. That's reeled in. It's Wilkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll run run it from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
and it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Knight. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first down. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And the Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires and picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Third and that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They kick it away on 4th down. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws it back. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Absolutely perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Knight. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
The Boilermakers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
To the air, it's Knight. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Perry. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 35 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got the quick completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Ducks! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The give on the inside. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Back to throw, it's Knight. He's got him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw. It's Moses. Catch in the middle. It's Sullivan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to...
Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 30. Line.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sullivan. up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
With the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Moses. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Purdue! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The sure hands, it's Perry. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It'll be 3rd and long. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in, it's Perry. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The inside handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory for...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.